What's going on, Facebook? Welcome in the building. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday, hump day, right? So let's get into it, right? I'm not even going to hold you long, okay? I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I rebranded, because one of the things I realized is that I never fully, explained it. I never really went into it as much. Most of you who are close to me and dear to me, you know, because we've talked about it. But most of you who are following this journey, you're like, I really don't know much. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. The main reason why I went rebranded is because I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2024. And it was definitely a upside down moment in my life, right? And during that process, when I was learning about the different things that like eating and what can cause it, and estrogen and hormones and progesterone. It was just a whole bunch of different things, right? And so I was like, okay, what else can cause it? And I know that I have a bath and body company, which we geared towards kids at the time. If anybody remember Artistry Lather, shout out to Artistry Lather, whoop whoop. But anywho, if you remember that time, it was more geared towards kids. So during this time, I took a break from my company so I could focus on my health and go through my treatment and make sure that I was giving myself the time that I needed. I was being in a vulnerable state. I was learning not to be the strong friend. I was learning to take time for myself and to really just focus on being in a relaxed state, being in a stressless state. And while I was looking at what to eat, what to cut out, things I can make, we literally turned into a ingredient household for a little bit. And during that time of being an ingredient household, I'm glad my family stuck with me because, girl, it was insane. I was not buying nothing. If I wasn't making it, you wasn't eating it, and it had to be made from scratch. And it was just a little rabbit hole that I went down, and a rabbit hole, okay, a rabbit hole. And so doing that, I was like, okay, what I'm putting in my body is important, but what I'm putting on my body is equally as important. So while the business was shut down, while I was going through the rabbit hole of eating, I also went down the rabbit hole of what we put on our skin. And our skin is our biggest organ, and it's the first thing that comes in contact with the air, the environment, clothes, what we put on there for our skincare, bath, lotions, all of these above, right? And so when I rebranded and came back, that's when I said, I am going to be focusing on what we put on our body. I'm going to rebrand Artistry Lather. And at the time, I did not have a name. It was just, I wanted to be a clean brand. I wanted to be non-toxic. Not that Artistry Lather was a bad brand, but there was definitely some things that I could revamp within my formula. So I went back to my formulator and I was like, hey, this is what I'm leaning towards. This is what I'm wanting to do. And so we reformulated my formulas. We made it vegan. We switched out beeswax and started using calendulum wax and other types of plant wax, right? Start using more plant oils in our bath bombs instead of the other types of oils. Just started looking at what different types of oil mixed with each other. I mean, it became a whole thing, girl. A whole freaking thing, right? So in the midst of that, I said, okay, I want you to find what works for you. I want you to live out loud. So one of the things I found is everybody's not on a clean journey. That's cool. What's up? What's up, ma'am? How are you? Everybody's not on a clean journey, but there are people who are on a clean journey. There are people who want to be able to say the name of the ingredient that they are putting on their body. There are people who don't want all the additives. They don't want all of the fluff. They just want exactly what the product is supposed to do. I.e., an example, soap. It is a cleanse product. You don't need all the fillers. All you need is the stuff that causes it to clean your skin without stripping your natural oils and moisture in your skin, right? So I was like, okay, I love it. I love that I'm on this journey. And then it was like, well, your last name, Lovett. You just said you love it. A lot of people were like, when I was on TikTok, was like, you love it. Like, listen, and I love it. So it literally became a play on my last name, Lovett. Because whether you love it or love it, get it? Love it or love it. Anywho. And then lane is find your own lane, find your own voice and live it out loud. So I was like, this is definitely where I want to be in it. Lovett Lane. And it just started to formulate from there. And it was just so beautiful because I did not have to force it. I did not have to think long. It felt right in my spirit. And I was just like, that is it. Lovett Lane. We are a clean, simple, non-toxic company. We're focusing on what you putting on your body, right? What you're putting on your body, from your bath routine to your skincare routine to your hair care routine. Now, right now, our products are our bath and our skin. Eventually, we'll have our skincare routine systems on cleaning your face and your hair care. But for now, our products are bath and skin when it comes to our body oils, our body washes, our soaps, our scrubs, our whipped souffle body butters, all of that. And so I was just like, okay, this is the message. This is where I am going to share my story, because there was a time where I was like, I'm not ready to share my story, because when I was sharing my story, I was crying. So I'm over the phase where I'm crying. Now, get me in a room full of folks and we sharing stories, baby, some tears gonna definitely roll down my face. But I can now share my story from a place of gratitude, a place of me being thankful that I'm here, a place of healed, a place to help the next person who is starting their journey. So I am in that place. So I'm super excited about this journey of Lovett Lane. So that's primarily the reason why I rebranded Lovett Lane. Now, was there anything wrong with artistry lather? Absolutely not. I was making the sale. It was really fun. I had a great time doing it. But what I realized is that I was no longer in that space. The brand did not fit where I wanted to be in the message I wanted to put out and how I see my future moving forward. So it literally took my breast cancer diagnosis for me to get to this place to where I'm like, aha, this is where I am meant to be. This is where the next step, right? Sometimes in our journey, we're like, am I on the right step? What's the next thing? How is this going to work? And being in this journey, this is my next step. This is the next thing that is going to help not just myself, but other women like me who are looking for a clean, non-toxic, simple bath and skin product. We want to be able to say what is in the ingredients without having to Google it, right? We want to be able to say that. I want to be able to contribute that I am doing my part, not just what I'm eating, but what I'm putting on my skin as well. So I had to ask myself, are you ready to be vulnerable? Are you ready to share your story of being a breast cancer survivor? Are you ready for people to come and ask you questions and take you back to that space where you have to pull from those memories? Are you ready to be challenged about your products? And the answer to all of that is yes, 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 1,000% yes. Okay? Yes. All the way across the board. Yes, yes, and more yes. And so, because of that, Lovett Lane was born. Now, I already invested time. I had already invested money. I already invested building out Artistry Lather. The beautiful thing about already doing the work is I already knew what to do. So I took everything that I invested in myself from prior business, because I've been an entrepreneur since 2014 when I retired from the Marine Corps. Girl, 10, 11, 12, almost 12, actually February 11th will be 12 years that I have been an entrepreneur. I will say I've been a consistent entrepreneur since 2018. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I've been a consistent entrepreneur since 2018. And so all of the things that I invested in prior businesses, I put into Lovett Lane. And let me tell you something. It has caused me to not to have to start from step one. Baby, I did not have to start from step one. And that is a huge part of why Lovett Lane is going to be successful. Because I've already made the investment. I am very clear on who I'm talking to, what our product is, and what we stand on. As they say, stand on business. I already know what that is. And so, with this rebrand, it's not just for glitz and glam. It's not just to have a company. We have a purpose, we have a mission, and we are very intentional about what it is that we're putting out there and who our clean girlies, who our product is for. And it's for our clean girlies, okay? It's for our girls, our women who are looking for a clean, non-toxic product to put on their skin, to use in their bath time routine, so they can actually replace the things that are not so good for their skin. So I want to share. Initially, I did not want to rebrand. I was literally going to close the whole business down. But I told myself, actually, I didn't tell myself. Let me stop lying. God said, everything that you have done since you became an entrepreneur have led you to this point. Right here. This is the point where it is going to take you and propel you into the life that I have set for you. And I was like, okay, God. Like, I really wasn't trying to hear it, but, you know. So, I did it. I listened. I started being obedient. And I start showing up. And I start creating a product. I start working through those tough days that nobody really talks about behind the scenes. The message started getting clearer. The negativity got lower. Our purpose got stronger. The decisions I had to make became a little bit more effortless. I wasn't fighting and struggling with it. This is how I knew that rebranding and the road and the path that I'm on was the right one. was the right one. It was the right one. So, if you didn't take nothing else from this, I want you to take these two things. One, go ahead and shop at Lovett Lane. You don't even have to leave Facebook. You can go over to our business page, hit view shop, and you can shop from the product. But the other thing I want you to take from this is rebranding your business does not make you weak, does not make you look like you don't know what you're doing. In fact, it makes you look like you are clear on where you want to go. It reflects all of the hard work you put in prior to the rebrand. And it makes you aligned with where you're going present to future. So if you're navigating that shift right now, I want you to know that you are not behind. You are right where you need to be. And you are exactly in the spot that is going to take you to your next. It looks hard. Well, let me rephrase that. It looks easy on the outside looking in. But baby, just know blood, sweat, and tears and sleepless nights and crying nights and questionable nights were definitely a part of the journey. And as you move forward in your next, whatever that is, know you are right where you need to be, right where you want to be, and right where you should be. So I am so happy that I rebranded, because it is allowing me to be able to share my story with more women. It is allowing me to be able to change out one more of your ingredient in your bath and skincare product, one product at a time. So go ahead and check out our site over on our Facebook page, Lovett Lane. Hit view shop to be able to shop for all of our clean, non-toxic, no harsh chemical products. We truly is thinking about your skin and mine. So find your lane and live it on out loud. And I'm out.